Welcome back as the third match of the day gets underway right here in front of us. Of course, both these teams have lost their earlier matches. Remember, both of them lost to the Chiba Sharks in this match between the Kawasaki Knight Riders and the Tokyo Titans. This time, Kawasaki Knight Riders won the toss and they've chosen to bowl first. Looks like they prefer chasing down. They almost did successfully chase down previously. Just lost out from a couple of runs in the end. And now, in the attack, it's Vishu. That time it's going to be a wide ball. Once again, this time a better ball straight to the fielder. It's going to be a single. Vishu now once again looking to attack. That's going to be a wide. Vishu this time once again much better ball, and that is a better delivery. A dot ball now. This time again, that looked closer to being wide, but he got away with it. Can't say that he got away actually because it's gone for four. So, overall, it's going to be good news for the batting side as they get along to a good start in the first over. Remember, they completely collapsed in the previous game, especially the middle order. They would want to fix that this time. And meanwhile, KKR were very close, I would say, to defeating Chiba Sharks. Both matches crawled back, a comeback by Chiba Sharks. Now the first over is over. So now, second over in front of us. KKR, of course, they chose to bowl first, you remember. Naveen Gaur, the wicketkeeper. Now, in the attack. And well, there it is. He strikes. He strikes, and the man has been taken out. Well. What a response there. What a start to the over. And look at the celebrations because he has struck and they've lost their first wicket in the second over, which is, of course, part of the power play. 3 overs in the power play, of course. And now KKR once again getting good start to the innings. Now coming on to the attack. Good first delivery, remember? Took that wicket. Now, slight confusion between the teams there. The teammates just thinking whether to run for that or not. Into the attack once again. Good bowling, really good bowling, adding up to the pressure. You're not able to get those runs in the power play. It really puts up the pressure on the batsman. And then if you lose a wicket, well, it's double trouble. KKR fared much better versus the Chibi Sharks, I would say. So that would equate in your head, at least for the head mats, that they should probably be in a better position, but not when shots like those are being scored. Four more runs now added, and that's a really good shot, much needed by the Titans. That's been a six, actually. It's been confirmed a six. I think they were speaking about four. The umpire just looking for a confirmation, I think. It's a four. Yes, there it is. It's revised to be 4 runs. I thought my eyes were deceiving me for a moment there. Second over unfolding here in front of us. And this time again, brilliant contact. It's in the air. It's gonna be is it safe? I think it's gone for a six. Tried his very best, but maybe just to bounce before that, waiting for a confirmation. The umpire has set 4 runs. A lot of movement down there. So a little bit confusing, but regardless, 2 boundaries back to back. This is what they wanted. Some solace for the Titans after that early wicket. In the attack again. Good act of sportsmanship there. You have the wicketkeeper just tying the shoelaces of the batsman, who is, of course, in gloves. So it's near impossible, nigh impossible to tie their own shoelaces. Good sportsman spirit. Now in the attack. In the attack now, stepping up to it, and well, that's hit down the line. The fielder's trying to chase that one, just lands before him. And a little unhappy with that, the bowler. And I think that's going to be that. So that brings about the end of the second over, and 1 over to go in the power play. Just a little hold up as Tanwar is going to come in the attack. Raman Tanwar in the attack now. Good delivery once again, but he's hit it towards the leg side. I don't think he's going to be able to save that one as that rushes away for 4 runs. Really well hit. These are shots that the Titans need. Now, once again, Raman Tanwar in the attack. After that four this time, it's hit well down the line. The fielder's chasing after it. Can he stop it in time? I don't think so. It's going to be 2 fours back to back. Really good cricketing shots. And the bowler slightly under pressure. Follows it up with the white ball. And that just missed the entire length. I think it's going to be a free hit. The umpire confirms, and yes, there's a free hit now for the Tokyo Titans. And that's going to be a full toss. He's trying to get something on it. Is it going to be another no ball? Well, we just want to wait for a confirmation. That is going to be another no ball, and that's going to be another free hit. This seems to have lost his control over the ball a little bit here. Raman Tanwar was really good in the first game. Now this over is turning out to be expensive. Free hit now. Another full toss in the air this time. The fielder's chasing after it. Is where it's going to land. They're going to get a couple of it, of this free hit. And I think there's another no ball being signaled. And that's another free hit. So back to back to back. He just can't seem to get the length right. Its full toss is above the waist. Somebody needs to have a chat with Raman Tanwar. Just get him back to planet Earth. Let's hope that this delivery is better. It's again another flighted ball. And this time it's hit directly for a six. It's gone out of the park. And is that a fair delivery? Seems to be a fair delivery this time, but that's going to be a six on this free hit. So many chances to the batsman. And now this is the over where they are maximizing themselves. If the Tokyo Titans go and win this game, this is going to be one of those crucial overs that we'll be talking about, because the first 2 overs really good for the Night Riders. Not sure if it's fatigue or something else that's catching up with Raman Tanwar. Now in the attack again. That's going to be a wide again. Somebody needs to have a chat with them. This is getting really difficult for the Night Riders, because there's going to be so many extras and runs in this over that it's going to take the effort out of the other bowlers. Hopefully, Raman Tanwar now, maybe the comeback. And that's been flicked once again. It's going to go for 4 runs. So, runs galore in this power play over here. This has been an outstanding over for the Tokyo Titans. It keeps getting better and better and better. There he comes once again. Much better ball this time. Much better ball. It's just going to be a single, I think. They have time to come back for two. And that brings the over to an end and also the power play to an end. Really expensive over by Raman Tanwar again. Maybe we might not see him bowl again today. I don't think he's in the right mindset in this innings, this game. Not sure what's up because the first game was really good, really tight from Raman Tanwar. Not amazing, but it was great. And now a solution needs to be found for Team KKR because they've conceded too many in the previous over, and the power play suddenly turned out to be brilliant for the Tokyo Titans. New bowler at the crease now. Can he bring about a difference first over after the power play? Good ball, good flight on it, but just a little tip in the end. Really good ball. Creating space there, opening it up a little, trying to find the boundary. It's going to go to the fielder. Just a single. Good delivery once again. It's in the air though this time. Is it going to go all the way? It's going to catch some flight, but it lands just before the fielder. No man's land there. So a couple of runs. Here he comes once again. Slight nick off it. It's going to go behind, but there is a man there. Third man. Once again in the attack. You can see where it just goes a little bit outside leg and spins back in. And the batsman's able to read that well and able to play it across the leg side. Kharda, of course, and Mandeep Singh, who was not able to add the runs that he would have wanted in the previous game. Mandeep Singh was dismissed early, who's been one of their best and most consistent batsmen over the last few games across different leagues. Just touches it slightly. Mandeep says no. That brings the fourth over to an end. So 4 overs done, 6 overs to go. Now Malinda in the attack once again. He's been brought back, and that's a hugely hit shot, and that just crosses the boundary. The fielder was running right at it, and there was a moment where he might have just caught it, but it was so fast and just whisked by everyone. And that's gone for a six. That was really well hit. Absolutely monstrous six. And KKR are now slightly in trouble as Mandeep just keeps increasing the score, just keeps piling on the pressure and the runs. That was a big factor that his wicket was taken early in the previous game. Well, that was a good ball, that was a good delivery, good response. Hit once again towards the leg side, this time the fielder's there. It's extremely hot, as you can see. The helmets are off for some of the batters here because, of course, we're playing close to 36 degrees here at the Sano International Cricket Ground, the home of cricket in Japan, but still the weather, the humidity is high, and it's a hot, hot weather here. Good ball, good delivery there. Once again, good delivery. It's going to be a single, I think. That's going to be it. Just waiting for that unorthodox stance of Mandeep Singh. He's always on that hitting stance. You can see he wants to swing with all his might, and this time to the fielder. That brings the over to an end. So the fifth over now comes to an end in front of us. But with just a little adjustment in the field setup now, as we go once again. This partnership has been here for a while now, and they look comfortable. They're racking up the runs. And if the Knight Riders want to win this game, they need to break this partnership ASAP. You don't want this partnership just keep going at their own pace as they keep adding those runs up, especially with Mandeep at the crease. Good ball. Just had to play it very late, and the fielder there. I think they're gonna get two. They might even try for three. We'll see. Two is the call. Now, once again in the attack. That's in the air now. Is it going to go all the way? There's a lot of power behind it. It takes a step and just stopped at the boundary, which could have been a four. Good stop in the end. Good fielding, really good fielding. Now he tries to hit it down the offside. There's a fielder there. It's going to fetch them a single. Mandeep on strike. These two really seem to be rotating strike well, and the force behind Mandeep's shots. Even if he gets an edge, it usually at least runs somewhere closer to the boundary. That is the power with which he's hitting. And that's why he's so worrisome. Another over comes to a close. And the Tokyo Titans stacking up the runs. And now new bowler Anubhav in the attack. He's been bought to break up this partnership. It's in the air from Mandeep. Is there going to be a fielder who tries to grab that one? Not this time. It takes a bounce and it goes for 4 runs. So Mandeep really finding the gears well today, and this innings has been his innings. Kawasaki Knight Riders not able to create a break in the partnership here. Look at that, swings once again into the gap. The fielder's there. Now in the attack once again. Anubhav Kumar. Good bowling. Sent back. That's going to be 2 runs. So four earlier, single, and now 2 more runs. You can see Khadka's up to 25 and Mandeep Singh up to 37 of just 20 balls. That is the real deal in the seventh over unfolding in front of us. They're up to 70 runs already, and they can easily push past 100 if this is how they keep up, unless there's a break in the partnership. Oh, that's gonna sting a little. That's gonna sting a little. He charged down for it, and that was a little bit of a bouncer, and just stings Khadka. Interesting approach there. Hit well now, and good fielding actually in the deep. But that could be an overthrow. He just tells his teammate to calm down the pace on the throw there. Anubhav once again in the attack. That's going to be a wide ball. Good fielding by the wicketkeeper. Otherwise, it could have gone behind very easily. And now Anubhav just adjusting the field a little. Final delivery here. In the attack now. Once again, they hit and they are unable to break this partnership yet again. And a flip there by the fielder, unable to read the bounce, and that results in a 4 in the end. So, an expensive over now, once again. An over that looked to be shaping up well, but just those 5 runs in the end turning out to be expensive. 13 runs of it. And it comes and makes the total to 78 for 1 at the end of 7 overs. This is a really good position for the Tokyo Titans. Now maybe trying something different to create an opening here as Kharka and Mandeep Singh still at the crease. Swing and a miss now. Into the attack now. Hit straight down the line. Nandan Kumar Singh given the responsibility here. 8th over in front of us. Now, once again in the attack. Swings at it. Straight down the line. The fielder difficult to get there and does not get there. It's going to be 4 runs. I must say that the fielding leaves a little bit to be desired for the Night Riders. They need to just collectively improve the fielding level. They've been good, but they've not been at it, especially not in this game. Nandan Kumar Singh now. That's in the air now. It's going to end in no man's land. So, just a single. "83 runs already as the 8th over is taking place in front of us. Full toss that time, but he was not able to play out that one. Now, this time full toss. Mandeep plays it. It's in the air. Can he take that one? And he does take that one. He takes that catch, and that was a much, much needed catch. They need to bring about a break in this partnership, and Mandeep has been taken out at 41 of just 23 deliveries. An outstanding innings comes to an end from Mandeep, but a very important wicket, extremely important wicket. The danger man has been sent back to the pavilion at last. And can this be a turnaround for the KKR? That brings the over to an end, and now Anubhav Kumar gets the responsibility for his second over. Khadka still there. They sent across Upahar at the crease as well. Upahar at the non-striker's end. That's going to be a full toss. You don't want to give that opportunity down the leg side because that brings that 4 runs up. Not the best delivery, and he has been punished with the 4 runs there by Khadka. Who takes his tally up to 39 now. Takes it up to 89. We've seen the maximum score of 93 today. 93 and 87 the score across the first 2 games. There's an appeal there. There's a large appeal there. The umpire is not interested. Anubhav thought he'd got his man. He really did. But nothing doing there. The score is close to 90. Another over after this, of course, so they can easily take it up to the highest score of the day. Tokyo Titans, after that disappointing fallout earlier. That's a slow ball. It's a slow ball, but the wicketkeeper misses that one, and that might just go all the way behind. Good fielding in the end. That was a really good delivery, but the wicketkeeper unfortunately just missed it. Across 90 now. In the attack now. Creates space for himself and hits it towards the leg side. Can the fielder block that one? Yes, he does. Sends it back. Once again in the attack now. He's hit it down the leg side. It's in the air. Where's it going to go? Is it going to go all the way? Yes, he says thank you so much as they inch ever so close towards the 100-run mark. Well. They're in a really good position, and this is damage limitation for KKR because this is really getting out of hand for them. This score is becoming difficult by the moment. So the final over now in front of us here. I think they're managing to trust Raj for this one. Raj Kumar. Trying to hit it into the gap there. They're up to 97. A single now. They've already scored the highest total today, the Tokyo Titans. And all the conversation that was that KKR might stand a better chance is probably just eroded in front of them here in this innings itself, especially over the batting of Mandeep and Khadka. Up to 99 now. Hits it on the full toss once again, trying to find the gap, and will he? Good fielding there. It's going to be a single, but the 100 comes up for the Tokyo Titans. 3-digit score for the first time here today. They've really put themselves in the driving seat now, haven't they? It's in the air now. He created that space for him on the leg side. I think they're going to sneak two out of it. Yes, they do. 5 runs of the over so far, but a decent over by Rajkumar if you look at the economy of some of the bowlers today. 102 of the ball on the board, 2 deliveries to go. And once again, hit with power there by Khadka. That's gonna clear or not? It's not gonna clear the boundary. And just an overthrow there in the end. Well, not an overthrow, but an uncomfortable throw, I would rather say, for the bowler because that could have been run out. They managed to sneak 2 runs there. That could have been a run out easily, but the throw just a little disappointing. 7 runs so far, 1 delivery to go. 104 on the board. And once again, towards the leg side, but just a single. And that is going to be that to end this innings right here in front of us. 105 the total that's put together in front of us by the Tokyo Titans. 106 to chase in 10 overs and just 60 deliveries for the KKR. That's a huge ask. It's a massive, massive ask. Can they do it? They can. It's not over, but it's difficult. 106 is the target to chase. We're going to take a small break and then come back very quickly. And with that final delivery, the 50 had also come up for Khadka. Well deserved 50 for him. Ends it with 51. Meanwhile, Mandeep 41 of just 23 deliveries. You'll see here in front of us. Mandeep 41 of 23. Vikash Khadka 51 of 34. Both brilliant. Abdullah Sajid lost out his wicket early. But then nobody else was needed, not even the captain Amaya Keshkawat. And this was a much, much better performance by the Tokyo Titans. And about to start the chase here in front of us as KKR take to the field. The 106 in 60 balls, which is going to be a tough ask, but they have to go at it. We spoke about that over that cost them 27 runs, remember, which was by Raman Tanwar. A lot of extras in that. And if you just take the economy of a lot of other bowlers, which was close to 7, 8, 9, except for Anubhav Kumar, everyone was below 10. And if you just replicate that, it's 7 for Raman Tanwar. Those 20 runs basically make the difference between 86 and 106. And I think that is going to come down to the wire in the end. That is what's going to matter in the end as Abdullah starts the power play. It's going to be a really, really tough ask for KKR. They need 10.6 per over from the get go. And one or two loose overs will shoot the required run rate up to 12 or 13. Sliced at it now. Goes behind. Probably going to get them a single. Once again now. In the attack, stepping to it, trying to find the gap. Is he going to be able to do that? The fielder's there. So good over, really good over. Great start for the bowling side. Once again in the attack now. Look at that unique delivery action for Abdullah. And I think that helps him get a lot of pace on the ball, which is really helpful, especially in the early overs as a fast bowler. In the attack again, this time swings at it. Straight to the fielder though. So runs looking to be coming very, very scarcely for the Kawasaki Knight Riders as the first over comes to an end. It's 2 runs of the first over. 2 runs in the first over, and you can see the required run rate now has shot up to 11.5 already. This is what they're going to be facing. The power play they need to maximize, and it looks like it's becoming tough for them to get going. And if they don't get about 40 to 50 runs in the power play, at least 40, this is going to be an impossible task because the wickets will fall and the chances will just go away. Dinesh now, we saw how good he was with the ball in the first match before. So it's going to be really difficult to hit him. That is the problem they face in the power play that they need to maximize. They're going to face the bowlers who are more confident with their skill, who are good in the attack. Dinesh now. Look at that good connection there. Maybe he's going to get into the gap. The fielder's running at it, but it's still going to cross the boundary line. So starts with a 4 there. When I hear the captain taking charge now this time. A much needed boundary for them, but they need a lot more of these. They consistently need 10, 11 runs per over because the problem is that they've given away an over which was 27 runs. And unless they get something similar, they just need to be perfect in every over. Look at that, steps to it, tries to find the gap once again, and he does that brilliantly played for another 4. And now Dinesh Iyer once again in the attack. Captain snatches at it. Are they going to be able to squeeze a single there? Yes, they are. This is turning out to be a decent over so far. And now facing Mohammad Moha. Now in the attack. That's going to be a wide ball, wide delivery. So 1 run extra for the KKR team. Now, Dinesh once again in the attack. This time a good ball. That's a dot ball that he wanted. Because 10 runs already in this over. 2 balls to go. Mohammad Moa just not finding his feet well. 1 run of only 6 balls, and that's not going to work out. Not to be negative, but he needs to go for those big shots, or you at least take the risk, and then probably if the wicket goes, it goes. Because now it's just the deliveries that are going away for his team. Once again, a good delivery. 2 dot balls now, and I expect a similar ball from Dinesh now. 10 runs in the first 4 deliveries, 3 deliveries rather, counting the wide, and 2 really brilliant deliveries to follow. And they need those 10, 15 runs per over. They need more than what they have right now. This time he gets good contact on it, and it's gonna go into the gap. Is it gonna go all the way? Well, that's a maximum. He pays it back with interest, and Mohammad Moha finding his shot after all ends this over with a 6 and 16 runs from this over. This is more like it. This is what they need. And they need to replicate it all over again in the next over, which is going to be the third and final over of the power play. And Abdullah Sajid is now back in the attack for his final over, his second over, on the final over of the power play as well. He had a really brilliant first over. Let's see if he can replicate the same. Really good bounce on that. Difficult to play that. That was close. Now in the attack once again. Trying to play it over there, and that's a brilliant shot. If it goes through, it will go through for 4 runs, and that has been played absolutely brilliantly by the captain. Peach of a shot there. That is the kind of innovation you need in difficult times like these. Brilliantly played that. Now, Abdullah once again. This time, well, he gets the man. He gets him. This was a brilliant delivery. That was the best response you could have to a 4 like that. And the captain's innings comes to an end. He has been outstanding. Could not last as long as he would have loved to. But Abdullah on fire. So difficult to play his deliveries. You can see brilliantly just into the block hole between the pads and the bat and gets his man. The first wicket falls. The captain has to go back. Naveen Gaur might be the next man up here. We shall see. Looks like they've gone for a different choice. It's Malinda who's come on to the crease now at number 3. Malinda Disanayake. And these 2 overs by Abdullah Sajid have been so defining. In the power play, wow, what a delivery. The speed, the accuracy, the way he makes it so difficult for you to play those big shots. This is the kind of power play you need when you're defending a total. They had a good total, they have a really good total on the board, but still, they're not leaving any inches for Team KKR. They want to win this match and they're going all out for it, it's evident. Now, look at that once again, the way the ball just turns inside, swings right in the end, so difficult to read. 5 runs so far. Final delivery off the power play as the score reaches 23. Final delivery of the power play. Mohammad Moha against Abdullah. Gets a good strike, good contact on it. It's down the line. Is there a fielder there who can get there in time? Doesn't look like it. It's 4 more runs. So 9 runs in this over. Ultimately, not too shabby for the Kawasaki Knight Riders. Takes them up to 27 for 1 at the end of 3 overs. And now, well, Mandeep starts his over. That's a wide, and that's going to go behind, probably be saved just before the boundary. 2 runs if they can run quick. It's going to be a wide +2. Mandeep in the attack now. Mandeep really important with the bat along with Khadka. And he's trying to replicate the same with the ball as well now. And now there is this. Well, have they got their man? Looks like it. It looked to be a simple run. But this is, well, this is on the umpire now. I think he'll be let off there. For a moment, it looked like they might have got their man. Well, that is a let off and a half. This is not how you want to lose your wicket. You need to keep that in mind. Swinging now. Now, once again, trying to find the gap. It's going to be a single, I think. So, singles and doubles coming up. But of course, they need about 11 to 12 runs per over. And they need an over in the middle somewhere which can fetch them 16, 17, 18, maybe even 20 runs so that they don't need to get 12 every over. There's not going to be possible because there's a lot of bowling power in the Tokyo Titans teams. And meanwhile, Tokyo Titans in the driving seat, I'm sure they're happy with how they're bowling so far. And I think there, Visanayake just looked for the gap but couldn't find it. 5 runs in the over so far, 2 balls to go. They need a boundary. Swings at it this time, just before, and just gives a stare to the ball there. Not sure what happened there. Really good bowling by Mandeep. Cuts it, and I think that's going to get them a single. So 6 runs from the over. Really, really good for the Tokyo Titans. They'll be happy with that as it ends at 33 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. And now the captain coming to the fore here. It's in the air. Oh, has he saved it? Oh, he has not in the end. Wow. That was a good attempt. That was a really good attempt, but it gets 6 runs for Team KKR off the first ball of the captain's over, the fifth over right here in front of us. Dissanayake once again going towards the leg side, but this time ball just slow it down a little bit. Seems to have maybe injured himself a little bit, unsure. At this time, gets good contact on it. Is it going to go all the way once again? The fielder's there. Bounces just before him. Good fielding in the end. Just a single. No. Good ball this time. Hit towards the leg side by the left-hander. Only a single. This time towards the leg side. So another single. 9 runs of the over. And that's a good ball to end the over. So that brings the captain's over to an end. Kesh Kamath, 9 runs off it. Happy with the over, I'm sure, because 5 overs done. It's 42 for 1. 42 in the first 5 overs. Not too shabby, but they need 64 in the next 5. That is the task at hand. That is the quest that they need to pursue. And now Ahmad into the attack. He has been given the responsibility. This time it's in the air. The fielder just bounces before him. So singles so far, which is good for the bowling side once again as we are in the 6th over here. 5, 6, 7, even 9, 10 runs and over. It's not going to be too bad because the required run rate has shot up as expected. Few runs short every over, and the required run rate is closer to 13 now. Unless they have an over of say 18 to 20 runs, this is really well into the hands of the Tokyo Titans, and they know that. That's why they're approaching it with cautiousness as well as really smart deliveries. Swinging at it. It's just gonna get him a single. Sixth over unfolding in front of us here. Ever then the attack again. Left-hander this time swings it, but late contact on it. The fielders are gonna be favorites, and they get there. And just singles in the over so far, and a really good over by Ahmed. 1 ball to go. Stepping to it, cuts it in the air now. It's just before the fielder, so that's gonna be another single. That brings the over to an end. 6th over coming to an end, 47 for 1. Looks like the captain's coming to the fore once again here for his 2nd over. Really good first over by him, and he's looking to replicate that, maybe even get a wicket, break this partnership. The well in the driving seat so far. The required run rate is getting ever so closer to 14 and 15 now. That's a wider delivery. It's hit down the line into the gap, maybe, but good fielding there in the end. That saved a couple of runs for his team, I'm sure. 2 runs saved with that good piece of fielding in the deep. What could have easily been a four. Stepping to it, swinging down the line this time. Good contact. Is it going to go all the way? Well, that's a maximum. That is a maximum. That's what they wanted. And they got that six earlier in Kesh Kamat's over as well. Remember, and now once more. 8 runs of the over so far. And this Anayake keep it up. Can he strike once again? That's down the line. Get some good contact on it once again. This time close to the fielder, but it's going to cross the boundary once again for a six. So, getting some really good purchase on that one. Absolutely needed. Gets them that 6 runs. Rajneesh Shaw now at the crease. This time it's in the air. Just in no man's land. They're going to get a single. So they've got 16 runs of the over so far with one delivery to go. 16 runs, one delivery to go, and down the leg side gets them 17. Decent over for the batting side. And that brings the 7th over to an end. The captain not able to replicate his form this time around. They need about 40 runs now in the next 3 overs. 13 runs approximately needed per over. You see just a little bit discussion. Is it going to be Ahmad who comes on to bowl the next over? He had a really, really good over. And if this 8th over goes brilliantly, then the match is going to get, again, really difficult. 13 runs in over. Not very difficult. Not easy as well. Remember in the last game, it was Rajneesh Chauhan who nearly carried his team to victory versus the Chiva Sharks until they got his wicket. And he's at the crease now with Disanayake, who's really found good form today. So I wouldn't say it's impossible, but they need to step up. They need to get those boundaries, sixes and fours in every over. time it's in the air, just before the fielder there. Now this time in the air. Ahmed in the attack now. Gets good contact this time. Is he going to find the fence? And absolutely does. Absolutely brilliant shot there. That's what they need. They need more of that. Into the gap this time. It's just going to get them a single, and that brings Chauhan on strike. Can he produce some magic of his own as well? That's the way to bowl to him. That is the area to bowl to him. Ahmed knows that. Chauhan likes hitting them well towards the leg side, and they don't want that happening here. Chauhan stepping this time. It's in the air. Where's it gonna go? One bounce. Did it bounce before or after the boundary line? 4 runs, says the umpire. That brings the over to an end. And this was a decent over so far, if you look at it. And 8 overs come to an end. "12 runs of this over, 75 on the board at the end of 8 overs. They've really given it a good grab, haven't they? And if Chauhan and Dissanayake can be there at the crease, maybe they still have a chance. They need 30 runs across the next 2 overs, 15, 16 runs per over. One small over might really change the game, and that's why they've put Mandeep here for this over, because he is one of those game changers. Dissanayake up to 32. Chauhan at 10. Once again, this time hit towards the offside. Into the gap. 4 runs. What a start for Dissanayake. Up to 36 now of just 22 deliveries. He's really, really in form here today. Starts with a 4. Still a long way to go, no doubt about it. But they've really given it a good fight, except for a few overs. Especially, I think, if this is how it ends, and let's say if KKR still managed to lose, it would be the overs of Abdullah in the start, the first and third over, where he hardly conceded any runs. That would have been the deciding factor. And then the over, of course, 27 run over from Tanwar. 2 runs there. Tried to strike that one, but hit it against his own foot there. And look at this. I think he's cramped up a little bit there, Chauhan. Look at that. He's just cramped up. That's not good news at all. While he's trying to find the gap here, Dissanayake. And that goes for 4. Well, it looked like the fielder reached there for a moment, but in the end did not. So that's 4-2-4, 10 runs of the first 3 deliveries. And look at that, there's some panic. And I think Chauhan is just feeling some pain there. I think maybe the physios could help him out a little bit. I don't know if he's cramped up or if it's something else. He's just feeling some pain, I think some discomfort, and that's going to be bad news for the Kawasaki Knight Riders because they need him as well as they do Dissanayake. They need Chauhan at the crease as well. Opening up the bat, just getting the top edge this time. Not the right amount of contact, and I think that's just going to be a single. Now, once again, try to play it behind that time. Chauhan does not get what he wants. So ultimately, a good end to the over. This is just some conversation. I think they're asking for water. So 20 runs needed in the final over. Chauhan at the non-strikers end, Dissanayaka on strike. And who else but Vikas Kharka, the man who crossed 50 runs, now given the responsibility with the ball as well. Here he comes in the attack. That could have been a wide, but he decided to play that one. And that's going to go for 4 runs. So really casually, coolly played there by the Sanaka. This is an uphill battle. This is a very difficult battle. But he's going to give it his all, the Sanaka. Reaches 47. Kharka just strategizing. I think he's going to go for a similar delivery towards the leg. Maybe it's just a little bit wider. No, go straighter this time. It's going to go straight down the line. Can the fielder reach there? Yes, he can. So it's only going to be a single. They're going to come back for 2. And they do come back for 2. Good running. Really good running between the sticks. So 14 needed now of 4 deliveries. It's really a fight right till the end. Every delivery matters. Every ball matters. This up to 49 as well. Gets something good on it, and now he's looking to clear the fence. Is he going to be able to do that? Yes, he does. Wow, what a shot. 10 needed of 3 now. Are we going to see something special here in front of us? The 50 comes up for this Anayaka. He's reached 53 with that strike. And are we going to see something special? 95 runs on the board. 96, sorry, on the board. 10 needed. 96 on the board. 10 needed in 3 deliveries. He's got 10 in the first 3. He needs to repeat the same thing. No mistakes. Really difficult, but he looks to be in the zone. Full toss this time. He snatched at it. That's going to be just before the fielder. Are they going to be able to come back for two? And there it is. Well, good throw, and they get their man. Oh, well. They were looking to come back for two, but this Anaka just slowed down. I think he's just out of breath. And a brilliant throw. And that gets them their run out, their wicket, and probably their match as well. 97 on the board, 9 needed in the next two deliveries. 6 and a 4 needed while they've lost the danger man, Disanayaka. What does that mean? Probably Naveen Gore is going to now step up. Disanayaka, really, really outstanding performance comes to an end. What an innings. And if they don't manage to win today, you still have to just applaud the innings of Disanayaka that we've seen here. He tried to take his team all through the end, almost delivered, almost created something special. You had the entire team in yellow worried. It's not over yet, but it almost is. Kash Khadka himself gets that run out there, and in the end, dismisses this Tanaka. Chauhan at the non-strikers, and who had a brilliant performance in the previous game. Just couldn't find a strike after the injury here today. He got injured, unfortunately. You can see he's not moving the same. And well, good contact by Naveen Gore. It's in the air. Is it going to travel? Is it going to travel? No is the answer. It's going to be thrown back. So it's just going to be 2 runs. And that means they need 7 in the last delivery. And if they get a 6, we're going to see a super over here. Well, the stakes could be higher. The match is still on. "13 runs in this over already. 7 needed to win. 6 needed to tie. Anything can happen. 1 delivery. Does Naveen Gore have that shot in him to go for the big 6? Can he find that 6? He's not got time to warm up. He's not got time to get used to the pitch or the pace of the ball. And he has to deliver. Can he do it? 1 ball to go. 1 6 is needed. And Vikash, anything apart from a 6, a legal delivery is going to be enough. He gets a contact on it. Where is it going to go? It takes a bounce. I think it's going to go past the 4-run boundary there, but it's only going to be a 4. And that means they have won the match here by just 2 runs. It's 4 runs, but that is going to be that in the end. Just ran out of runs, just ran out of deliveries, sorry, in the end. And they reached the 100. They've crossed that as well. They needed 106 to win. 105 was the target. But ultimately, not enough on the board. "103 after all. And 2 runs the margin. That is all. 2 runs the margin. Very close in the end. 103 on the board for the Night Riders. And ultimately, that is going to be that. So that brings the match to an end right there. And there you have it. The Tokyo Titans have won the game by just 2 runs. An absolutely mammoth score put up by them, but in the end, Disaneka, Chauhan, and a few others, winner as well, just tried their very, very best to drag their team all towards the end, just falling short by small margin. And that is the end of the day here. That is the end of day's play. 3 matches done. The Tokyo Titans have won one, lost one. The Kawasaki Knight Riders lost both really close, and the Chiba Sharks